questions from anybody? Yes.
Is there any way to reverse what I've already done or stop if they stop gradually and going to get there?
Say that again? Can you stand up?
Is there any way to reverse what I've already done or if they stop it going to get better?
I'm not going to like my answer. They have to stop. You guys are sitting at sea level. Sea level is rising. And what's happened on top of what they're doing now is that when sea level rises, normally that is when the carbonate factory turns on. And what I mean by that is all the organisms that help to precipitate or form carbonate grains that later on become the rocks that you're sitting on, that system has been shut off. So sea level normally means that we're getting more land production. That's not going to happen anymore. It stopped in Florida already, and it's definitely stopped here because of all the chemicals that have gone off the coast. I'm not a predictor, but based on what I see, if they stop right now, and there's no way they can fix what they did, because once you clear off all the vegetation on the rock, it becomes an evaporation point for water. There's nothing to stop it, like the trees, the shadows, from the shade made from trees will actually slow down the evaporation process. I'm always going to believe in hope. I'm always going to hope that with a lot of help, that we might be able to clean that mess up. Time will be our best friend. And I don't want you to give up, okay? Yes. Go ahead.
People talking about salt water and fresh water. It means that you're going to be drinking salt water now?
How many of you enjoy drinking your water on your tap now?
I thought it was sea water now.
That's what you're drinking?
But we drink sea water
Yes. Your water is becoming brackish. That's the first stage when you start tasting weird. A lot of the islands that have a very limited, a lot of the islands that have even less water than Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama is very unique. It is one of the islands that gets the most rain because we're so close to the United States, and the fronts that come off the east coast of the United States actually bring a fair bit of water. That's why it's so humid here. Okay? There's a better chance of getting more water, fresh water, but if the vessel that holds it is dirty, it doesn't matter. But the thing is, when these blasting events happen, they either crush or destroy the cave system, so the lens is gone. So you're either going to get straight up seawater, or you're going to get brackish water. And most of the outer islands are drinking brackish water now. It makes for really weird ice cream. There's
the lady over there that Pablo had Pablo.
Nowadays,
what is the long-term effect of pollution in the water towards our bodies? What is the effect?
For an island that's supposed to be relatively inert. Okay, her question was, what is the effect of the water, the dirty water, on your health, long term? I hate to say the C word, but for an island that is supposed to be relatively inert and healthy, we have a lot of cancer here. We've got a lot of hot spots. When I got on the plane to go to Cuba with a friend of mine, the plane was loaded with people going to Cuba for cancer treatment. And some very rare forms of cancer, especially the skin. I lost a friend that was cleaning out the intake pipes in hospital breed cancer. Even the other marine life, there are turtles in there that have tumors so big on their head that they eke out an existence on the bank because they can't get back into the water to fish. So it's not good. Yes.
What moves are the government making to stop all of that and everything that's going on?
My understanding right now, nothing.
I just want to share something with a lot of the people inside here right now, because I worked with the debate for 5 years when they first started. And I remember after they laid down 5 million bricks to set the ground for the containers. Myself and a few other guys, we had to run and drive the straddles on that to load the containers for a period of 2 weeks. And after the 2 weeks, the ground actually started sinking.
Yep.
Okay? And they had to take up all those bricks and try to recap the ground. And my thing is, right, I know that we have government officials in there, whomever you may be, whatever it is, I feel we need to take action because I have witnessed it. I have watched the sea level roads when they first go to heat at the container port, and the sea level where they put the bunkers for the ship is 4 feet above sea level. 4 feet. Now with low tide, it sits halfway. Right? And that is why every single time we get a little bit of rain, the fishing hole is flooding because the water is not moving properly. On the north side of the fishing hole, Queen Slave area, that water is dead. You used to be able to pick up copper and do whatever. But that entire side of the island is filled with caves and nothing is flowing. You understand me? I mean, nothing is flowing. Okay? And something has to be done because what people don't really realize or they don't pay attention to, the Grand Bahama is one of the only islands, if not the only island, that has canals. Yes. And the reason for that is the same limestone and rhodonite that they've been digging out of this ground for years to build South Beach, Florida, and a lot of other places around here. Okay? I've also been witness to seeing when they went on to phase 2, with those blue holes that were there next to the container port, they tried to fill those holes with boulders. They get in this room, one truck had to bring what's that day. And the next day, it was all gone because of the session. And they had to get trucks to come with cement and simultaneously pour, had the sets to try to build that phase 2, that container port. So, I don't know why our government is sitting down and not being proactive to deal with these things, because the millions of people are not benefiting anything for it. And we have people where I live that have cancer and fallen young to a lot of other airborne illnesses. Okay, we have relocated 3 schools for this area. High School, Hawksbill, and Luchard, now they push it down in the back end. Okay? And if that wasn't a problem, those places, they would still exist today. And we have the same problem that needs to be addressed. And I mean, if they're giving you information, our government officials don't even act on it and start taking it for granted and start taking your people for granted. Because without us, there is no you. Without us, there is no you.
I know I'm going to make remarks in a little bit, but I would like to comment on Pablo's remarks. Everything that he says is validated by direct experience of many, many people. I worked for 8 years at the Grand Bahama Shipyard, and of course, a lot of development that was possible at the shipyard had to be done by Bahama Rock. And I know exactly what was going on there. I know all about the filling in of these underground caves with huge boulders and cement, etc. That has been taking place. Now, I'm not here to speak on behalf of the government. All of you know me. You know, every government has PLP or F&M. I got to be on the opposite side. You know, when the PLP is in power, they say that I'm an F&M. When the F&M is in power, they say I'm a PLP. Because I never change. My mission is for the rights of the people. And the reason why the schools were relocated out of this area, yours beloved here orchestrated the whole thing, beginning with Grand Bahama Catholic High School, because I didn't want to see my people, and children, especially young children, suffering. And what Pablo is saying, and the minister is here, and he's probably going to be best advised not to comment tonight, because he can't put himself in a position without referring to the cabinet. But I would say this, in terms of the incredible fortune that Bahama Rock is making, every citizen in this area should be a millionaire. Every single one. And I would say that should be advocated for, because money cannot compensate for your good health, but at least it can buy you some time by getting the proper treatment to last a little bit longer. I'm not talking foolishness tonight, but I just wanted to say that, you know, I know the government can't all of a sudden come in and say they're going to stop the Bahama Rock Company. They can't. In fact, the Grand Bahama Port Authority is fundamentally responsible for that. The Grand Bahama Port Authority, not so much the Bahamas government. So they're the ones you have to take to task. Anyway, I'm going to stop right there until my time comes to make my few remarks.
If you allow somebody to come and dig in your backyard, no matter how much money they pay you, should you know what's going on in your backyard?
Well, you know, in Florida, if someone comes next door to you and they want to put up a fence or a wall, the whole town has to meet to decide whether they want to go there. But we can have anyone come in this country and bury, in fact, only 3 weeks ago, a gentleman who worked at Syntex, during the time it was closed, in fact, he's only now getting compensation for the cancer that he's been carrying on his body all of these years. And he only said to me about a month ago, sitting in Burger King having coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning, he said, Mr. Dowell, he was supposed to be here tonight. I am trembling with anger at myself, because I stood and watched when Syntex was closing down, and they buried these 55-gallon drums of poison, which cannot be exported to any place in the world. And so they put it in our ground.
I'd like to let's compare what you say.
No. All the, basically, all the polystyrene company needs to go, Bahama Rock needs to go, the chemical company needs to go, and the pharmaceutical company needs to go. Yeah.
Could you repeat the question, please?
She was asking what companies should actually leave the island, basically, right? This island is not equipped to deal with the kind of companies that have come in. This island is very unique in that it doesn't have different layers like you do in North America. You've got clay layers, you've got soil layers. This island does not have that. And your freshwater supply is 3 feet under your feet. You cannot have this kind of industry. What should be here is what you have at Port Lacaya. It should be all over the island. These easy kind of environmental businesses, when they brought in polystyrene uses a huge amount of water to actually make their product. Water you don't have to spare. So I'll do that. If you have any questions afterwards, please do ask. And one more thing, have a look at that. That's your island. Look at Google Earth, watch it. You can see everything that's going on. Google Earth refreshes. This is a 2015 shot. They have a little bar up top. You can watch the progression. Look at it. It's your best friend. This is your information. You don't need to get an airplane. That's just what it looks like. All right?
Thank you.